shit.
Welcome back to the Mantry podcast. I'm your host, Reggie Milligan, co-founder at Mantry. This podcast is all about helping you cook better, and we do it in audio format so you can listen to it on the go when you're commuting or when you're cleaning. Pick up a couple tips so that when you get into the kitchen, you're way more ready to go. So today, we're taking a bit of a different angle at things. I wanted to cover a couple cookbooks that will improve your cooking. And they are all different in their own right, but they are some of the best cookbooks I've ever read. And they're also gateways into whole new cuisines and cultures. So we're going to cover cookbooks that will improve your life. So number one, we're going to start with My Paris Kitchen by David Lebovitz. So David has a very, very, very cool blog at davidlebovitz.com where he creates sort of at-home French cooking. There's a lot of pastry work on there, but it's really fantastic day-to-day recipes that he makes out of his home kitchen. And this kitchen, or this cookbook that he came out with, is very much of that nature. I mean, you've got classic French recipes in there, everything from leeks with mustard bacon vinaigrette to French lentil salad with goat cheese. But it's a very beautiful collection of photography and just classic cooking and technique. And for anybody that loves French food, one, you should check out David's blog, and two, definitely get a copy of this book. Number two, this is a big Francis Mallmann house. Mallmann's most recent book, Mallmann on Fire. Francis is, of course, the kind of grandmaster of open fire or wood fire cooking in Argentina. And he has come out with a new book, very much like his original book, Seven Fires. He's covering all different techniques, new recipes on cooking over open fire, and he does this way more than just, let's say, putting things on a skewer and putting an open fire. All sorts of different contraptions and styles and ingredients, and it really is a great follow-up to his original book, which was basically the Bible of open fire cooking. So this book is called Mallmann on Fire. Number three, awesome book, The Food Lab by Kenji López-Alt. Better Home Cooking Through Science. Kenji runs a amazing blog on Serious Eats called The Food Lab, where he's unraveling mysteries of home cooking through science. And he's got everything from just the simplest techniques, like how to roast mushrooms, to today I'm looking at it, Japanese-style tempura, but everything is very much science-backed, and he does a great job of explaining why certain techniques work, the temperatures, the levels of crispiness that you're looking for, how humidity plays into it. He does a lot of testing, and it really shows through in his recipes. They all sort of are, I want to say, a result of A/B testing different techniques for the same recipe. And he does a really good job of laying out why he chose the certain path to executing a certain recipe really well. Even if you go onto the blog today, he's got sous vide Maine lobster rolls with mayonnaise. So there's an example. He takes a recipe like a lobster roll, very traditional, where you usually boil lobster. He just does something a little different that makes a lot of sense instantly, like sous videing the lobster. He's also got something like New Orleans red beans and rice up there on his blog today. And that's another classic example. He's just kind of breaking down classic recipes. But his book, The Food Lab, is sort of a accumulated mix of all different recipes he's been doing over the years, and very much worth checking out. Number four, another great book, especially for taco fans out there, Tacopedia. This one's from Deborah, Holtz, Juan, Mena, and René. Redzepi has a bit of forward and a bit of writing in there as well. He's the chef in Noma. This is like an awesome breakdown of tacos, history of tacos. There is an incredible page in there called the Tacography, which breaks down, has a big map of Mexico and breaks down all the different regions and all the different styles of tacos. And like, it is such a dense, robust subject, tacos. It's so much more than just some chicken or meat on a tortilla. There's just different techniques and flavors and backgrounds of all different tacos from all over Mexico. And this book breaks it down. It definitely is a topic that needed its own book entirely, and they did an excellent job. So for all the taco heads out there, check out Tacopedia. Number 5, very exciting book, probably my favorite book on here. Pierre Thiam, hope I'm saying that properly, but his book Senegal, Modern Senegalese Recipes, From the Source to the Bowl. So African cooking is something that not a lot of people in the U.S. know a lot about. It's obviously not as popular as, let's say, French or Italian, but it is such exciting food. And the food of Senegal, Pierre has done an amazing job of bringing it to the forefront. And there is just such exciting, fresh, creative recipes in this book. And Senegalese cooking it's influenced by French. There's a lot of use of seafood. There's couscous, sweet potatoes, ginger, all sorts of spices. It's such a creative, vibrant cuisine. And this book is really a great window into Senegalese cooking, and totally worth picking up. To just flip through the beautiful photography and the storytelling, but it really has some very approachable recipes that are delicious and healthy as well. So highly recommend that book, Senegal by Pierre Thiam. Number 6, Love and Lemons. This is a great book, very approachable home cooking. You've got your classic down-home favorites in it. It's from a very popular food blog, and it's just a great, well-rounded cookbook that has come out recently. Number 7, Heritage, from one of my favorite chefs to follow, Sean Brock. Sean's a pioneer in uncovering old Southern heritage recipes and dusting them off and bringing them back. He's obviously well known for his restaurants, Husk, McCrady's, but he's truly is I almost want to say like archaeologist when it comes to finding, or a historian when it comes to Southern food. And he actively seeks out very old, out-of-print books, finds recipes, recreates them, learns, studies Southern cuisine. And I mean, he's got everything from a breakdown of classic Southern dishes to new twists on Southern dishes. But if you ever get a chance down in Charleston, definitely go check out some of his restaurants. Definitely go and do a Google search on Sean Brock and the work that he does. And this book is very much an exciting combination of sort of everything that Sean does with his work. And finally, number 8, Zahav by Michael Solomonov, A World of Israeli Cooking. If you are ever in Philadelphia, you need to go to Michael's restaurant. It is an amazing dining experience. But this book really shines a light on a really exciting type of food, which is Israeli cooking. Most familiar would be like the hummus, pita, but there's so much more to that cuisine than that. Everything from just a simple roasted cauliflower to amazing use of carrots and couscous, shredded cooked red cabbage. This is a exciting book that will, once again, much like the Senegal cook, it'll open your eyes to this cuisine. It's very healthy cooking as well. Some of these cuisines, it's like, I don't know why they don't catch on faster, but these chefs are really bringing to the forefront. Michael's a good example, and really getting it out there into mainstream. I mean, everybody's familiar with like hummus and pita, but there's so much more depth to Israeli cooking, and this book will shine a much brighter light on it. So definitely check out Zahav by Michael Solomonov. So that wraps up the books that I want to cover today. These are all cookbooks that not only are unique in their own right, but are excellent things to keep in your home library. Number 1, My Paris Kitchen, David Lebovitz. Stand-up French food at home. Number 2, Mallmann on Fire, Francis Mallmann. Sort of part 2 of everything you need to know about open fire cooking. Number 3, The Food Lab, Kenji López-Alt. Your accomplice in science-backed cooking and really finding the best techniques. Number 4, Tacopedia, Who Doesn't Love a Good Taco? And this breaks down in exhausting length the history, the recipes, the geography of tacos. Number 5, Senegal, Pierre Thiam, exciting, awesome recipes from the forefront of modern African cooking. Number 6, Love and Lemons, just awesome down-home cooking. 7, Heritage by Sean Brock, a beautiful book with awesome photography and a deep dive into Southern cooking and heritage. And number 8, A World of Israeli Cooking, Zahav by Michael Solomonov. If you're in Philadelphia, check out his restaurant. You'll know exactly why this book is full of so many great recipes. And it is a beautiful look into a very exciting cuisine. So those are the breakdown of cookbooks today. And that concludes the podcast. Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed this, share it. There is an accompanying blog post to this where I've got all the books and the covers, and so you can easily find them. I'm Reggie Milligan, co-founder of Mantry. Thank you so much for listening, and good luck cooking.